All right, let's take a little walk down memory lane.
But looking at these
Look at
photos, it seems like an
Babyface.
eternity ago. Have a look at some of these.
Yes, Outlander Season 7 Part 2 hasn't come out yet and won't be here until November. But the cast and the crew are filming Season 8 and I need to fill out this time by doing something other than waiting. So I decided to make a video to focus on what Outlander's final season can actually cover. We already know which books the season will be based on, but the writers of the show will have to come up with their own ending, considering Diana Gabaldon hasn't finished the book series and doesn't want to spoil her own ending by giving it to the show writers. I admit this video is more for people who haven't read the Outlander books, but even if you read the books, you can still comment and tell me what you think about the potential Season 8 plotlines and ending. Will Jamie and Claire die in the final episode of the show? Will we see an epilogue where Jamie and Claire are their older selves? Will Jamie's ghost come back? What other surprises could the writers have in store for us? Let's have a lovely discussion, shall we? The books. Outlander Season 7 covered the 7th book in Diana Gabaldon's Outlander series, An Echo in the Bone. But all the major storylines from the book haven't been finished yet. Season 7 Part 2's first few episodes will finish An Echo in the Bone, mainly the storylines where Claire returns to America and somehow marries Lord John Grey after thinking Jamie has died on a ship. The book ends with Jamie actually arriving in America alive and well, and William finally realizing that Jamie is his father. So Season 7 Part 2 will only have 1 or 2 Scotland episodes, and then the characters will return to America and the Revolutionary War. Things will happen fast because apparently the writers of Outlander thought that Season 7 would be the show's final season. They only got the confirmation for this Season 8 renewal halfway through filming, so they weren't able to change the scripts that much. Thinking the show was gonna end, the writers wanted to include as much as possible from the books and give Jamie and Claire a good ending. That is why Part 2 will also start covering Written in My Own Heart's Blood, the 8th book in the series. The most important storyline of this book is the Battle of Monmouth, where Claire gets shot and Jamie resigns from the army to stay by her side. We already know that this scene will take place towards the end of Part 2, as the filming for Season 7 suggested many clues for this. But if the writers were planning an ending for the characters of Jamie and Claire, this wouldn't be how Season 7 ends. And since there will be a Season 8, there's no way either Jamie or Claire dies at the end of the season. My personal guess for the ending of Season 7 is a reunion of Jamie and Claire with Roger, Bree, and the children. I don't want to go into too much detail, but after Roger and Bree recover Jamie from Rob Cameron, they end up back at Fraser's Ridge, and the reunion is such a beautiful, emotional moment.
It seems like an eternity ago. Have a look at some of these.
What's that?
That
Oh, was this not the first photo shoot we did together?
I genuinely think this is how Season 7 will end. Well, what about Season 8? What unexpected twists and turns could we see in the next season? Season 8. Season 8 will cover some storylines from My Own Heart's Blood, but it will mainly take its inspiration from Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone, the latest book in the Outlander book series. This book is usually the most criticized among the 9 books of the series because of its slow pace and boring focus on side characters rather than Jamie and Claire. However, towards the end of it, there are a few storylines that would be great to include in Season 8. For example, when Bree returns to the past, she brings a book that says Jamie will die in a battle on Grandfather Mountain. Jamie does indeed go to fight in this battle and is injured so badly that everyone thinks he's dead, but Claire manages to bring him back to life with her magical healing abilities. If you remember, in Season 4, a Cherokee woman had told Claire that she would have wisdom beyond time and something more than medicine when she got older. This is the moment that Claire realizes her powers and uses them to heal Jamie. Can you imagine the suspense and the emotional roller coaster this could bring to Season 8? Another exciting storyline in Go Tell the Bees is about Bree's pregnancy and what happens afterward. She has a baby named Davy who cannot travel through the stones. I am unsure if the writers will want to add another pregnancy and baby storyline to the show, but it would make sense if they did, considering Roger and Bree's growing interest in theorizing and trying to figure out the ways of time travel. One other storyline that could be included in Season 8 is Lord John Grey's kidnapping by a time traveler. Yep, another crazy day on Outlander. Anyway, this is important in how the book ends. In the last couple of pages of the book, Jamie and Claire sit on the porch of their house at Fraser's Ridge. Even though he has just returned from the dead, Jamie makes sure Claire gets something to eat. There, William rides on a grey horse and asks Jamie's help to save Lord John Grey. This is how the book ends. I think this will be included in Season 8 to develop the bond between Jamie and William. What do you think? The ending. In the end, Jamie, Claire, and William could save Lord John Grey. If he is mortally wounded, Claire can bring him back to life like she did Jamie. At the end of the story, I feel like we will see both of them in their old age, maybe in an epilogue where Claire dies and Jamie dies on the same day of her funeral. I don't think one would live more than the other, to be honest. Bree and Roger decide to stay in the past because one of their children cannot travel to the future. Since they do not want to leave their child alone in the past, they stay at Fraser's Ridge after Jamie and Claire die. After all this, I think we will return to Jamie's ghost, with him watching Claire in front of her window. Maybe there is a Ghost Claire too, following right behind Ghost Jamie. Maybe Ghost Claire is showing Ghost Jamie what happened before she traveled through the stones. And the show could end with both of their ghosts hand in hand. Is that too romantic of an ending? Or too hopeful? I would genuinely cry so much if this happened, by the way. In the end, I just think that Claire cannot keep bringing Jamie back to life. He has 9 lives like a cat, remember? He has to die somehow, but Jamie dying and Claire remaining alive just doesn't sit right with me, so for some reason, I think we will see both of their ghosts at the end of the show. Tell me if you agree or disagree. If you want to learn more about Season 7 Part 2, go check out this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you soon, guys.